Yo, what's up? It's Rich, and yeah, I'm gonna be bringing you just an overview of everything Maxi got, everything that's changed about Maxi in season 2. You got a really good amount of like nice things, I would say. There's some nerfs, but I feel like the new things make up for it a little bit. So yeah, let's start out with his oh, what's that mechanic called? His soul attack. Yeah, it's soul attack. So yeah, you do it by inputting 236 A plus B plus K. Looks like that. And yeah, you can see that it does like really good damage for its range and speed. Because it's 16 frames, it's about the same range as his CE. And yeah, you can also do it through neutral guard with the same input. So that's really cool. And yeah, from that you can pick between 5 directions, and depending on which direction you go into, you'll end up in a different stance, and you'll also be starting out in soul charge. So yeah, there's just up, down, back, forward, and then neutral for the 5 directions. And it'll look something like this when you use it. So if we're going forward, it goes into left outer, and it counts as a loop. So that's pretty cool. What else? We'll just go down the list. Oh yeah, new moves. Cool. So yeah, you got this move back. It's FC3B, I14. So main reason why you'd want to use this is if someone's doing a -14 low, and yeah, it just works as a punish. But you gotta make sure that they're standing when they recover, because it's a high. If they're crouching, it'll whiff, so it'll whiff on most 2Ks. So next we got 66B. So now the normal 66B doesn't go into stance, ends up being -6. But you can do a 66B hold. And the transition for it is 8 frames better. So yeah, this move's really good because of the guard damage it gives. I believe it's around 15%, and you can really work people's guard with it. Like, at the end of the day, it's still short range, high vertical, but there's a lot more places where you can actually place it now, especially against characters like Astaroth and Nightmare, who use armor. Like, you'll be seeing me throw that out in neutral a lot more. And yeah, up next we got Heaven's Guard, which if you want to do that, you can just be in any stance and hit B plus G, which is the reversal edge input. And so this one's really good. It goes into a stance that's like neutral guard. You get all the neutral guard options from it and all that. But it actually parries everything now. So lows, mids, highs, all that. And it's just so good. I really love this change. Only downside is that it costs a quarter bar, so you don't want to use it all the time. That's why neutral guard still has a place. And another good part about it is that you can't re-GI it. So yeah, I'll just have Maxi set up to do that. Whoops. And do a lethal hit. Then I'll have him swing into it. Yeah, I can't re-GI that. Like, no matter how hard you try, you just can't re-GI it. So that's really good for Maxi. And if you have another bar on top of that, that means you get a free CE with the lethal hit, if you can land that parry. So yeah, I'm really a big fan of that change. Alright, what else we got? Oh yeah, up next, yeah. Title Crash from neutral guard. It's the neutral guard. Whoops. It's the neutral guard B plus K. And yeah, this solved a big problem that Maxi had, which was that neutral guard was getting re-GI'd, and so now he has a meterless option to beat people trying to do that. So it'll break through their reversal edge and their GI. I really like that change. And on top of that, here, I'm gonna have him block real quick. On top of that, it's also a pretty good transition in the right outer. So, like, just a basic setup. You could do like this. And since they're scared of the break attack, you can start up a behind lower mix. Like, I really like that transition. It's so sick. Because beforehand, like if you want to do a mid from neutral guard, whoops, my bad. If you want to do a mid from it, just BB. Your turn's over pretty much. The frames are not good on block on that at all. On top of it not being a break attack. So yeah, that's definitely a buff to that stance. And let's see what else we got. Oh yeah, the new soul charge moves. So from left outer. Here, let me have the soul charge real quick. And max soul charge. So yeah, from left outer he gets this new move. It's a mid horizontal. I'm really liking this move. Here, let me have him not block. Just to show the damage. Whoops. So yeah, that's what it looks like. A good 39 damage, not bad at all. And it's a mid horizontal from left outer. So that's gonna be really good for him. Alright, what else we got? Oh yeah, the new behind lower A plus B. This move is so nice. He can get a grip of damage from it. So yeah, now what's really important about this move is before, in order to have like a threatening mid from behind lower, like a super threatening mid and soul charge, you'd have to loop into it and then do that for the lethal hit. But now you can actually get a good mix from behind lower without having to loop into it, because he gets this new move. Yeah, you didn't see that. Yeah, it's still kind of buggy, but yeah, you can start doing combos like that. And if you want to spend more, you can just keep going like that and get half-life, assuming the move lands properly. But yeah, on top of that, you can cancel the move. Whoops. And then just keep looping like that. So when you do cancel it, whoops, goes in the right cross. Pretty cool. It makes it like pretty much hit confirmable actually, so you can continue your offense, and it really just gives Maxi a good improvement in the area of staggering his opponent. Yeah, up next, oh yeah, Canyon Carve. Oh, this was kind of nasty. Yeah, it's got a tech step and a little bit of tech crouch to it. It's your left inner A plus B from Soul Charge. You can combo like that. It still does a grip of damage. But yeah, there's also a better one to it because of the new move. If I can do it properly. Yeah, you kind of have to delay it and then a little bit. And yeah, you can just mix up with 1B and 6XP plus K after that. So it's really cool. Like, I'm really liking the new Soul Charge moves. Oh yeah, and also up next we got new 7SR moves. So I'm just gonna build 7SR real quick. Alright, we got that. And so two new moves from 7SR. We got our well, they're not new, but they're enhanced pretty much. Got right outer K. That's now +6 in a break attack. Does a grip of damage too if you can get him to get it to hit. So yeah, that's one of them. And also, you got the new left inner B, so you can do like, and that's also a break attack. So instead of being -28 like it is right now, it'll make it +2. And there's some pretty nasty setups you can do with that. So like this, let's have him block. And I'll soul charge, right? So with 7SR, you can do this. 27% guard damage, right? And the only way that your opponent can get out of it after blocking the first move is by soul charging or using RI. So they have to spin bar to get out of it. It's so sick. So yeah, I really like that change about it. And that's pretty much all it is for the new moves. But there's also additional just frame to one of his moves, so I'll just have him not block anymore. And let's get out of Soul Charge. So he's now just frames on a TTV. It doesn't do that much additional damage, but the way to do it is just mash as hard as you can. And for each time you can do that, you just get a couple more damage. And it caps off after a while. But yeah, I think it just looks cool. It's a little small change. Up next, you got the B plus K just frames. You don't need to do just frames for it anymore. It'll reduce the damage, but you still get a decent amount. So even if you mess it up in the middle of it, you're still able to complete the move without having to do a just frame. The only thing that'll make it so that it doesn't work is if you do an input too late. So if you do like EB and then, okay, I can't even mess it up. And then like do the A, not quick enough, not before it would have accepted it, then the move's still not gonna work. But it still just makes it so much easier to do that move. Only downside is if you don't get the just frames, it's a little bit less damage. 44K. I believe it just changed the tech jump frames on it, so nothing too significant. We also got some hitbox improvements for 1KK. You know, sometimes that would just get sidestepped. Jump A, you know, I never really use that move too much. I still feel like it's not worth going for in most situations. But yeah, the more important ones, right outer AK and right outer AK hold. You can't sidestep them anymore. So that's really good. I'll just try and demonstrate it. Yeah, no matter how much I step, it'll just completely track me now. So that's really good. Right outer K also got a hitbox improvement. That one seems pretty minor, but it's still there. For the behind lower kicks, I noticed that sometimes you were able to step it, and it'll just like go right through them, even though it's a horizontal for the first hit of it. So that's good. And also, yeah, they just did it for the Soul Charge version. And I think the biggest one out of all of the tracking changes is left outer K. So I'm just gonna have them. Wait, actually, I'll record it. Alright, now in that sequence, once you block the B, you were able to sidestep to the left and duck, and it would make the horizontal kick whiff. And now, when you try that, you're not able to sidestep. And if you do sidestep, if you do like a micro sidestep, it'll just catch you, like straight up. You're not able to duck anymore. So I really like that change. Also, from 7SR, you get slightly more meter gain for every star you get, just on Maxi's mechanic. It's not that much, but it still adds up after a while. I thought it was gonna be like a huge amount, but nah, it's all right though. You take what we can get. But yeah, another big one from 1AB. Here, let's have him block. Yeah, from 1AB. Notice how there's pretty much no pushback at all on it. So he's right in your face whenever it's blocked. And it's also the same for 9B. So I feel like those are pretty significant buffs for those moves. Because there's a lot of times where you'd have them block 9B or whatever, but they wouldn't be in range to like do anything with. But yeah, I think that's really cool. Another huge buff is on right cross B though. So yeah, once they block that, it pretty much feels like a real break attack now. Because instead of being 0 on block, it's now plus 10 on block. And that means for your opponent, if they block this, the left inner K hold will trade with I-12s. And that's just really good. Because beforehand, like whenever I had someone who knew the matchup block this move, instead of trying to figure out how I could, you know, press my offense or whatever, I would try to figure out how do I not die. that's pretty much how the situation was. But now, like, it's just so much more room to work with. I really like that change. Yeah, up next, LIB. Oh yeah, this move, without 7SR, it's minus 28 instead of minus 20 or minus 32. So what that means for Maxi is Aswell can't Savior's power it on block anymore, and Yoshi can't critical edge it on block anymore. So yeah, it'll help out in those situations. That was just kind of like a weird change to me. Yeah, 4-4 AB. Oh, I love this move so much now because the transition is 2 frames better, and it also has less pushback on block. Like, it's pretty much no pushback actually. That's what it feels like. And so you can really start frame trapping people. I feel like right outer is my favorite stance to work with because it's just 1 loop away from behind lower. It's just 1 away from right cross. And it's really good for counter hit fishing. So you'll be seeing me use this move a lot more. And I already used it a decent amount to begin with. And yeah, what that also means for Maxi is it makes it much harder for his opponent to backstep out of the follow-up attacks. Yeah, for 6-6B, I kind of went over that again. Yeah, just it does a grip of guard damage, always has, but yeah, the transition is just much better on block, 8 frames better on a 6-6B hold. Yeah, for 1B, I really like this change too, because the transition is also 2 frames better on hit. So you can pretty much treat it like it's using B on block. I feel like it's very similar situations. So yeah, I'll just have him record it to do that. So now when Maxi hits you with that at range 0, here, I'll have him do it again. And have him play it. If you try to backstep, now that'll catch you. So I really like that. And it's especially important in matchups against characters that really want to run away from Maxi, like Songmina or Ivy. So now you have a low that doesn't feel bad whenever you hit someone with it. Because beforehand, I wouldn't really use this on Ivy that much, since I knew it would be a reset to range 2, range 3 neutral, which you really don't want to be doing too often. You really want to be like staying in their face. But now Maxi has so many more tools to kind of keep them close. Yeah. Up next, 1KA. Let's have him do that. But yeah, beforehand, if the 1K hit, you'd be able to duck the second hit. And yeah, it pretty much just means that the second hit jails. And also what that means for Maxi is they also added 1 frame to the block stun. And so once that happens, here, let's just have him do that again. It trades with 2As now, and that's really huge for Maxi. Because beforehand, 2As would just beat it out since it trades with I-13s, but now it trades with I-12s. And I think that's a really big change. Because you can get like clash setups and all that with left outer B. But yeah, for 4AAB, the move kind of got a nerf. But it also got a buff too, and we'll talk about that. So pretty much the only nerf was the damage on it, which was... It got rid of, I want to say, around 5 damage. So it's not the end of the world, but it's still noticeable. But in turn for that, what happens is it's actually consistent post GI right now. So yeah, I'll just have him do that. And GI? Whoops. Let's have him do it again. So now pretty much at every range of the GI, it'll be consistent instead of whiffing sometimes. And I really appreciate that. So now, like, there's a clear-cut option for level 3 if you want optimal damage. And I really like that. But yeah, other than that, even with 4A at tip, the rest of it will still connect, which I think is amazing, because like even at that range it still works. It's really good for whiff punishing and all that. So yeah, I'll be using that a lot more, because it kind of like pulls the opponent in now. Yeah, outside of that, let me see if they added anything else. Oh yeah, they changed the behind lower transition a little bit. And it also makes it seem like it's closer to his opponent. So it'll make it harder for whoever he hits it with to backstep out of it. On block and on hit. So I really like that. There's also a jump K change. There's more scaling to the combo damage. But in turn for that, I believe it's supposed to hit super tech crotches now. I never really use this move too much, and I probably won't now. But maybe it does have its use. That I'll find out down the line. Yeah, for right outer BBK and left outer BK, these moves got a decent amount of changes. So on counter hit, let's see. Let's have it to counter and have him not blocked. That might help. This combo right here scaled a little bit. It took away 5 damage, but we found out that it was for a reason. Because like if you do the normal transitions from like left outer B and right outer BB, like yeah, the combo damage is scaled a bit, but that's okay because they added in a bounce to right cross B, which is this move, which means that a lot of your combos will actually get increased damage. So that's why they scaled it a little bit more. So for example, right now, if you want to get more damage on your T2A, you can do this. And that ends up being actually more damage than you got before. So I really like that. And it's the same with left outer B. Like, you know, you can do this instead. So it actually ends up being an overall damage increase as long as you're able to get that left outer B knockdown stun into the right cross B. I think that's a really important change. So yeah, it's a damage nerf in some spots and then just a damage buff in other spots. And also the kick of right outer BBK and left outer B got a 4 damage increase. So it goes from 28 instead of 24. But yeah, onto the nerfs. Yeah, we just got a CE nerf on the CE cancel. It's slightly less ring out carry, but when you look at it, it doesn't seem that significant. Also, I want to see if it works at tip for this combo now. Because I feel like it's almost a stealth buff. Will it work from here? I'm trying to get it from like the very tip. Hey, that'll work. Yeah, that's about as far as it goes. But now the cancel combo is... It seems like it's completely consistent now. Like, it's listed as only a nerf, but I feel like that's kind of... above to that aspect. But yeah, you're not going to be ringing out as far and getting your wall carry as far with that CE cancel and the neutral guard CE cancel. But yeah, other than that, like, you know, just I think to go hand in hand with the CE combo nerf, just to reduce the ring out carry a little bit more. They also changed the pushback on hit for a right outer K and decrease that a little bit, which I think it's not even that noticeable. But yeah, that's everything that changed about Maxi. Yeah, overall I'm pretty happy with this patch. I just like, it's just so much more to learn because there's so many limitless possibilities, it feels like, because now you can play with that and into the RI and all that, and you got the break attack to work with from neutral guard. But yeah, I think that Maxi is going to be so much more fun to play and watch and all that, and I'm really happy with the design choices. Like, yeah, he's still going to have his struggles with like Oki, because a lot of his bread and butter is pushed back very far. The new change to yeah, let me demonstrate it again. The new change to his combo stuns helps a little bit because now that doesn't push back as far. So that'll help with his Oki a little bit. But yeah, I really like how they kept a lot of his weaknesses similar to what they were, and then just gave him additional tools that helped with his strengths. But yeah, thank you guys for checking out the video, and yeah, it'll be fun playing with the Season 2 Maxi. And yeah, peace out.